Balancing building a successful business and being a superstar mom is hard. And yet, in today's digital world, it's more common than ever.
The question becomes, how do we successfully grow a business and children at the same time?
Join us for a candid conversation as we share our experiences and insights into marketing and motherhood. I'm Jessie Valle.
And I'm Angela Reeder. Welcome to the Marketing Moms Podcast.
Hey everyone. Again, we are Jessie and Angela, and we are so very excited to be doing this podcast with you guys. We are moms, we are marketing business owners, and we just wanted to put together a podcast and share some of our experiences and have a candid conversation about what it realistically looks like to be both a mom and a business owner. So before we begin diving into all the goodness about being a marketing mom, we thought it was important to not only introduce ourselves, but give you a little background into our histories as moms and business owners. So we're going to start with my story. Again, hi, I'm Jessie Valle, and I have been a mom for 6 years, as of this recording, of course. And I've been in business since 2016. I have 2 children, currently ages 6, which is a daughter, and 2, my son. And I own Valle Media LLC, a company that helps small businesses with their digital marketing strategies, sales funnel conversions, and tech training. So when my first child was born, I thought I was going to be like 90% of society because I just followed suit. You go to school, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, just that quote unquote normal path. I thought I was going to have a baby, have my maternity leave, and go back to work, just no problem. At the time, I was working as a middle school Spanish teacher, and I thought teaching was the absolute perfect profession because I would have summers off and days off when my kids were off of school, once they hit that school age. But the moment I saw that baby, everything changed. And I hope that a lot of people can relate to that. I realized I wanted to be home with her, and that meant I needed to quit teaching. Obviously, you need money to pay your bills, but I just really wanted to be at home. So even before the school year had ended, I started looking for opportunities on how to work from home. At the time, I just wanted to make enough money to cover my credit card bill because I really wanted to be a stay-at-home mom with my daughter. This is where like the real stuff comes in, right? I was working constantly. Um, when the school year ended and I was at home, I was getting up at 5, working before the baby woke up. I was working during every nap time. When she would go to bed at night, I would get back online and work until like 10 or 11 o'clock at night. My days were really long. And that's why, side note, it kind of irks me when I hear those influencers talking about only working 4 or 5 hours a day. I mean, yeah, you get to a point after years of doing it the hard way that maybe you can work a few less hours than you did before. I don't know where the 4 or 5 hours comes in. Someday maybe I'll hit that, but that's not a realistic, that's not reality for me. But you don't just wake up and say, I'm going to start a business and that's it. You only work a few hours a day. I mean, you can, but you're not going to, it would not be considered a full-time business. I mean, that's my own opinion. And that's like a disclaimer up front. Everything Angela and I say is from our own experiences. It's our own opinions. And we just hope that sharing our experiences can, maybe help inspire you in some way too, or let you know that you're not alone out there. So basically when I got started, I just wanted to make sure my family was taken care of. So for me, it was that goal of I just want to make enough money to cover my credit card bill. And I found the online world. I started as a virtual assistant, specifically in tech, just because that's what I knew best. I loved tech in the classroom. And so I just started helping people with what I knew, which were webinars and basically just teaching online. So I soon found web design and eventually digital marketing, which is what I do today. So I'm really excited in this podcast to share with you all the good and bad lessons I've learned and how it might be able to help you.
I guess it's my turn now. So I'm Angela Reeder. And Jesse and I have known each other for 4 or 5 years now. I started my current business in 2016. Before that, I bounced around and did a couple of things that I feel like are a little more common to moms. Like I bounced around a couple MLMs and I tried mommy blogging for like a half a minute because that's not my bag. And eventually I found my way to tech and the kind of tech that online business owners use. And now my business works with WordPress and Shopify sites, doing development and troubleshooting and support, things like that. So I have 3 girls. They are 12, 8, and 7, so a little bit older than Jesse's kids. And those are good ages now, but when I started my business, it was a really tough age. And I was really frustrated because I saw a lot of these influencers talking about, oh, I have this 6-figure business and I work during nap time. Like, first of all, my kids didn't nap at that point. They all stopped napping at like age 2. So there was no nap time in my house. And second of all, I was working like 12-hour days trying to cram my business into doing all of the stay-at-home mom stuff that I had been doing for so long. And it was really hard and really frustrating. And along the way, I learned some things that really helped me. And that was kind of Jesse and I's impetus for starting the podcast, is because we both went through that phase of being really frustrated and feeling like there wasn't any support for moms that were like, I just want a business. I don't want an empire. Like, I just want to give my family some financial stability. I don't need 1 million followers on Instagram. If you want 1 million followers on Instagram, that's cool, but that's not where we were. And so we felt like there wasn't a lot of support for moms that were just like, I just want to start a business and not feel like I'm going crazy trying to take care of my kids at the same time.
Can we just take a moment to congratulate Angela on using the word impetus? Because I like it hard stopped. I was like, wait, what? Look at you using smart words. I promise you guys, we're realistic and I've never used
We
that
really are.
word in a sentence in my life until right now.
I was always really good at vocabulary in elementary school.
Angela reads a lot. I'm just going to throw that
I
out there.
do.
I'm really proud of
Oh,
you.
well, I used to. I don't read as much anymore.
I'm just like super impressed. We started this podcast because we, like, to be honest, we just thought it'd be fun.
Yeah,
We just
Jesse
wanted to
messaged
spend
me one
time.
day and was like, I think I'm going to start a podcast. Do you want to start a podcast? And I was like, oh, that sounds fun. And then she was like, cool, I bought the domain and we're doing a podcast.
And then Angela's like, hubby, did I just agree to do a podcast? I think I'm
I
doing
think
this with
I'm going to
Jesse.
start a podcast.
I think I agreed to this. And yes, here we are. So, and
Yep.
not only that, we have also just wrapped up writing a book together. How amazing and crazy was that ride?
That was so fun. I had so much fun writing that book. It was amazing. And I still walk around the house every once in a while going, I wrote a book.
Shameless plug. It's available now on Amazon. You can go check it out, Marketing Moms. So yeah, that's why we're here. We want to share our experiences, hoping that, we love podcasts too, especially when we were starting out as new business owners and moms. And we just wanted to say, hey, don't worry, you're not alone. All the crazy stuff that's happening to you is real life. That's realistic. And that's what we're doing here as well. And you're not alone. The crazy middle of the night tantrums and wake ups and, man, I need extra coffee in the mornings happen to us too. We're not over here living in a fantasy. Like Angela and I already said, especially when we began our businesses, we were working really, really long days and it was really, really hard. And our goal here is to talk about it realistically, about what you should expect and can expect just from our own experiences. Like I said, we know that our experiences may not correlate to everything that's happening in your life. And that's okay. We just hope that you can take the golden nuggets and leave the rest.
Yeah, and you'll hear me at least, talk about some of the Instagram like mommy influencer types. And I just want to say up front, I don't have anything against those people. I just feel like they're not really representing the way things are for most moms trying to run businesses. Like, I really do remember, and of course this was like 5 years ago, but I remember starting out and I remember seeing blog posts and social media posts about, I run a 6-figure business during nap time. Like, I don't know how somebody runs a 6-figure business during nap time. I guess when you get to 6 figures, you can just be in charge of stuff and run it during nap time. But that wasn't where I was in my business. And I feel like sometimes, at this point, I think we all know that social media isn't real life, but portraying that like you can have this thing and it's so easy is disingenuous. And that kind of bothers me.
Yes. And to also end on a happier note,
Sorry.
I also wanted to point out that you don't have to strive for a 6-figure business. You don't have to strive for $1 million business. And that's another topic that Angela and I want to tackle on this podcast is there is such a thing as good enough because success is what you make it. And Angela and I both reached a point in our businesses where we're like, could we go work 20 hours a day and make $1 million or more? Absolutely. We have those skills, but that's not what we want in our life. And that's okay. And so, for so many influencers out there to be like, push harder, go harder, do more, 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 it was just like, okay, that's cool for you. But did you know that's not what everybody wants? And that's definitely not what Angela and I want. And so, we want to talk about
Exactly.
also what do you do once you hit that point of enough, and another topic that we're going to tackle here on the podcast. And we could literally talk at you guys all day. We are so excited to be here and we cannot wait to dive into that with you.
Thank you for joining us today. We're so honored this is where you chose to spend your time.
If this episode helped you in some way, please share it with another mom who needs to hear it. We're in this together.
And if you're looking to spend even more time with us, visit marketingmomspodcast.com for more episodes, free goodies, and ways to connect.
Don't forget to check out our brand new Marketing Moms book, now available on Amazon.